All right, so we are here with Federico. Hi, Federico.
Hi, hello, how are you? How's everything?
I'm good. I'm so happy that we have all these fintech nations, and neobanks, challenger banks, fintechs from all over the world, also from Argentina. And
Yeah,
I want to know about the company, obviously, and what are you trying to solve in the finance market. But first, maybe we should start about you and maybe your background, so people will get to understand and know you better.
sure. So, my background is industrial engineering. I've been working in the US for 7 years in a cargo airline company. Um, I founded my first company, which I sold in 2017. It was a peer-to-peer logistic company. Um, as you may know, in South America, products are extremely expensive compared to the US. So the way and logistics are poor, let's say. So what we did was we connected travelers from Argentina and South America going to the US for businesses or tourism and get back with some products to the country. So both of them, it was a win-win situation.
Mhm.
Um, we then moved the entire team. I met my other three co-founders, and we founded in 2018 game in the crypto industry. It was a game for the World Cup. I would say it was really popular in the crypto community, and then it was kind of difficult to onboard non-crypto people into the game. So by 2019, last year, we built the biggest digital exchange in Argentina in order to exchange Argentine pesos into US dollars. Uh, as you may know, and the publics who are watching the interview, in Argentina we have high inflation rate, and unfortunately our national currency loses value every minute or every second, we can say. So as Argentines, we are used to exchange Argentine pesos into a hard currency, in this case US dollars. So we build a digital one. Instead of doing in the bank, you did it with us at a cheaper price and with a seamless experience. And from this experience from our previous firm, we were working with 3 different bank accounts. This is very popular all around Latam. An SMB and a small and medium company works with 3 to 5 different bank accounts because each of them is good doing business with a small thing. So that's why we
Yeah.
need a lot of banks to run normal operations. So we built for our own a tool to connect our 3 banks together, and we started doing integrations with different platforms, just like Zapier does, with
Yeah.
Telegram, with Slack, with Google Spreadsheets. And in 2020, because the rules in Argentina change and the US dollar is not easy to sell, let's say, we decided to launch Plunzo. Unfortunately, it's a big success.
Wow, what a journey. It's good that I asked you for the background because now I understand what led you to here and all these aggregations, right?
Yeah, besides Plunzo, and hopefully it might become a gorgeous company and a biggest company all around Latin America. It's been, I would say, 6 and 7 years of doing like a tech entrepreneurship in order to get to the first successes and the most important, building the team, because the team is definitely the most important thing. We've been pivoting since 2018, and definitely the solution is the team.
And how ready are you now? What is the phase of the company right now?
So right now we have 4,000 end users using the company, I would say twice a day.
Wow.
And we have 100 companies in the wait list waiting for the businesses to start as a company. We decided at first to test it among individuals because it's easier. So we are finishing all the bank integrations and some extra integrations with other platforms, but it should be ready in a couple of weeks for SMBs,
So
which is the
you
main
said
target.
bank integrations. Like in Europe, of course, we have the start of open banking and all of these regulations, standardization. How is it over there to aggregate all the banks?
Okay, it's a tough work. Unfortunately, there's no regulation. I am not expecting a regulation at least for the next 3 to 5 years. But the worst thing, let's say, is that unfortunately the bank technologies are very old. So it's difficult for them, even if a regulation comes soon, to start providing the APIs like happens in Europe. So we have to build all this infrastructure. We are the owners of it.
So you have to go to the banks in Argentina. I don't know which one you're working with, but and really build that bridge together with a lot of effort.
Exactly. So the way we're doing it is, I mean, for now we are talking with just a few banks, but with the other ones, I mean, we are just building it. We are doing all the like replicating, let's say, the user's behavior regarding the online banking, and we are doing it. Let's say that we built one bank integration every 10 or 12 days,
Yeah.
approx.
And
Yeah.
there are other players who do that in Argentina or in the market?
So there are no other players doing it in Argentina. I mean, our market or our business revenue is not providing APIs to other businesses. Our business revenue is just offering Plunzo to the SMBs and charge them a membership.
Yeah.
But we have to build these APIs. In other markets in LATAM, there are a few players providing the APIs. That's their business revenue. So, for example, in Mexico, we are talking to 2 or 3 different companies that provides APIs because there will be our providers for Plunzo in Mexico, and we will accelerate our launching time or our launching period in other countries.
So Mexico is a target market.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, in Latam, there are two big markets, Mexico and Brazil. Because of the language, Mexico is easier for us than Brazil. Brazil, I would say, is amazing, but it's among Latin America, but it's totally different. It's almost a huge continent. So, but yeah, at first should be Mexico and then Brazil.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at these markets, and we also have, by the way, Facebook on our summit, and they have they started with WhatsApp in Brazil, I think,
Yeah.
and doing other stuff with Facebook payments. What can you tell me about the ecosystem in these markets? I mean, let's talk about the average consumer, and you're talking about SMEs, so we can talk about the SMEs. What is the struggle? What are you solving for them? What doesn't exist right now in the market?
Okay, so in Latam, in the last 2 years and from now on to the future, fintechs are helping a lot the financial ecosystem. The thing is that unfortunately, traditional banks, obviously they are worried because in general, fintechs are taking their clients out of their banks, at least their money, not as an active users, but their money, their salary, and is moving out to other fintechs, which actually fintechs are bank clients. But yeah, so the problem is that banks in Latam, they are very old in terms of tech. They are very outdated. So that's the main issue. And fintechs appears as solving just one small thing, but they did it so much better than a bank that it's very organic for the user, even end user or SMB, to move on and start using them. And sometimes, unfortunately, it is difficult for the traditional banks to let them understand that some fintechs are not fighting against them, but helping them. For example, Plunzo, I mean, we are not taking the money out of the traditional bank. We're just complementing them. But yeah, that's the problem. I mean, the financial ecosystem in Latam is so weak that whenever a player appears with a great tech and the way to scale is so fast, I mean, it makes a good disaster, let's say, in the entire country. That's what is happening. And what is more is that in Latam, at least in Argentina, but I can say that all around Latam, the financial education is very weak compared to other continents like Europe or the US, where it's extremely easy to invest in stocks, for example, or bonds or whatever. In Argentina, these fintechs are making it easy for us to start at least investing in some easy and let's say with a low interest rate, but at least we are investing our money. So that's why fintechs are growing so fast right now in Latin America.
And okay, let's say the 4,000 that you have right now on the platform, what kind of experience do they get? Like what are the main features that exist right now that you can describe to us, just as an example?
Yeah. Okay. So for example, in Argentina, as I said, there are the traditional banks. Now there are a few digital banks which are appearing and working well. You have big virtual wallets like Mercado Pago, which is Mercado Libre's main player around Latam. He has his own virtual wallet. And then there are online brokers. So people have their money flying from one way to the other because fortunately in Argentina, bank transactions are free and immediate. So money is flying from one place to the other, and people are having 5, 7 different, let's say, entities account. It means banks, brokers, or virtual wallets. So what we are offering them, the way to connect all their bank accounts in just one place, being informed through email, through Telegram, through Slack, through WhatsApp, for every bank movements or every credit card expenses, or even sometimes the banks takes you money because of like they are charging you with something that you didn't even knew about it. So that's what they love about Plunzo.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, as we are, let's say, developers or technical founders, we built webhooks. So you can connect Plunzo, which means like your bank movements, to any other platform. So for example, if you have a CRM or an accounting software or I mean, whatever you're using as an end user or as a company, you can connect it through the webhooks, which are the most popular, I would say.
Wow. That's great. Yeah. So, and by the way, the pricing for that, because I missed that part of.
Yeah. Okay. So for end user is totally free as we are testing and it's not the main target. And for SMBs, there's different memberships, pretty similar as a SaaS business. So you have the basic one, which is 3 banks and 1,000 plans, and it costs $50 per month. Then the advanced one, let's say 5 banks accounts and 3,000 plans, it's $100. And then there's a customized one, depending if your company is bigger than the average one, which happens. Some companies have 7 or 10 banks and many employees, so they need more plans as well.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you when we start about investment. Did you get any investment for the company? Where is the money coming? Self-funded or?
Okay, so fortunately, with our previous company, which was totally self-funded, I mean, we did great. So we have a great, let's say, decent amount of money to keep working. But we've been invested by Y Combinator this year. So they provide you 150K for the 7% of the company. That's the YC deal. And we are just now, really now, the previous week, this week, and the upcoming weeks, doing our fundraising. I mean, as I said, fortunately, we are okay with the money, but that's why we are raising money now, because I mean, we are not in a hurry. We can keep growing the company with our own funds. and that's the best moment to raise money.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And so the targeted markets are, of course, Mexico, Argentina.
Yeah, I mean, Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, and Brazil. I mean, you have the biggest markets all around Latam, and it should be okay. But obviously, I mean, you always want more, and
yeah.
Peru is a must as well. Chile is a must as well. But mainly these four countries should be okay. Then, I mean, who knows? There are a lot of funds that we have already talked to last week from the US, and they like the way we approach it as a Zapier for Latam banking. And they say, I mean, this Zapier for banking is lacking all around the world. So I
Yeah.
mean, you should start watching as well other countries. But I mean, the team now, we are 9 people working
I was about to ask.
full
Yeah.
time, and obviously, at least we need to finish our work here in Argentina, then move out to Mexico, and then maybe we can start thinking about doing other businesses all around the world. But at least at first, you need to land in Mexico and finish the Argentinian job.
Yeah, I like the phrase that you mentioned, like the Latam leader, you know. Um,
Yeah.
and also I like the fact that Y Combinator believed in you guys, right? You probably went through the
Well,
process.
that's a good thing, because I mean the thing I loved from YC, I've been following YC like for the last 8 years, been trying to get in a
Wow.
lot of times. So I mean, tech companies or tech ideas, you need to try and try and try and try, and sometimes it happens, like the good things happen. So that's the way to keep investing time and trying to build something interesting. And you need to be prepared to fail, but I mean, failure is just okay, and you
Yeah.
learn some stuff, and then you need to keep building the new one. And the good thing from YC is that they invest in teams, not really in the idea. And that's the thing I love from YC, and the way they explain to you this.
And they
this
help more than the investment. They help you with advice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the YC experience is fantastic. Not only because they provide you with great partners with experience, in our case in fintechs and in Latin America, but as well talking to the other co-founder, the other founders as well, like they are in your batch in YC. Many of them are working or in the same stuff or something similar in a different part of the world, and you can understand their problems, they can understand my problems, and both of us working together, we can solve them. We are not competition, as they are approaching, let's say, the Japanese market, and we are approaching the Latin American market. So I mean, the whole experience is a must if you can get in. I mean, it's fantastic, and it's a boost for the team as well.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing. I'm very excited about the market. I'm very excited about the mission of the company. I'm sure lots of people are watching you, and I have been contacted by other neobanks or fintechs from Mexico, from Argentina, from these, of course, from Brazil, that we know. And how do people find out more about you, connect you?
Okay, so well, my email is federico@plunzo.com. So you can send me an email in there. There's a chat as well in the webpage. We have LinkedIn, we have Twitter as well. The way we started the company Plunzo, the way we started getting users in Plunzo, is from our previous company, which I said it was pretty successful, more than 50K users, more than 500 SMBs. So, I mean, we've been doing a hard job with our previous users to get new ones in here. But in case someone wants to talk to me and do a video call, I'm happy to do it. He or she can write me to Federico@plunzo.com.
Amazing. And people can join the beta that you the
Okay,
waiting
yeah,
list.
the platform right now is totally open as an
Mhm.
end user, so you can get in, sign up, and start linking your bank accounts. As a company, there's once you get in as an end user and you're an owner of a company or you are an executive in there, you can sign up your company and we will get in touch with you.
Amazing. Good luck to you and the whole team. And maybe we're gonna do another interview in a couple of months to see what about the other market that we mentioned. And I think it's a great opportunity, huge opportunity in these markets. So thank you very, very much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, Nir, and congrats for this summit. Congrats for doing it in this period of time we are living,
At home.
and hopefully the next one can be in Israel maybe and physically. Would
That's true.
love to
You are
have it
always
again.
invited, and I also hope to visit your area and see around the fintech ecosystem there. Thank
Amazing,
you.
and you can do a bit of tourism in La Patagonia, in the south of the country. That is amazing.
That's great. All right, we'll keep in touch. Take care.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.